Hey everybody, welcome once again to our Low on Health Rambling. Today is November 24th.
Something like that.
Something like that, 2013. And yeah, we haven't done one of these in what, 2 months?
Something like that.
About 2 months. For many reasons, mostly being lazy, not finding the time, and the most particular one is actually I had to get a new computer. Back around Oktoberfest time.
It was Oktoberfest.
My custom-built rig finally died, so I actually decided to do something which I normally don't want to do, is go buy a pre-bought system. So now, of course, if I do this real quick, I now have Windows 8, so that's the Windows 8 start screen, nothing's going on here. I did update to 8.1, in which case, big whoop-de-doo, had some issues with it, with compatibility.
Which you fixed.
Which I fixed. And the good thing about the computer, even though it is like, you know, store-bought stock,
because it had been so long.
Yeah, it's basically better than my old one.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do high-end gaming, but most of my gaming is done now on consoles. And I just had to get a external sound card so I could actually do my audio the way I like it, because I like to have the high-end audio for watching of the movies and the whatnot. But that was the main thing I've been doing, was trying to get this all configured out. So it might look a little bit different. But once again, that's
looks
just
better.
In theory, it should look.
It does look
better. Of course, real quick, I want to go over some of the current things that we've been doing and going over. In which case, it's going to be a lot of front-ended with stuff we just recently did, but we're going to try to go back and talk about some of the other stuff. Head movements, yay! In which case, the first thing we want to bring up is going to be
Desert Bus for Hope.
Desert
Number
Bus.
7.
Number 7. This, of course, is our Loading Ready Run people. They do this charity thing. In which case, they
made 500K.
Yeah,
this
is the video where basically they did a live streaming of a video game that they play. You turn it up a little bit. In which case, this is the point in which case they broke 500,000, which is really, really cool. But they basically sit here. You see the gentleman right there, Paul, who is there you go. I can do it this way. Paul, who is sitting there, plays this game called Desert Bus. Yeah, I know. I need.
Oh, your light just turned off.
My light just turned off. Awesome.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right.
I'm gonna turn it on real quick. So talk about Desert Bus.
Desert Bus is run by Loading Ready Run. They're a Canadian comedy group, and they run it every year. This is the 7th year that they've done it. They raise money for a charity called Child's Play, which gives video games and consoles and whatnot, things like that, to children that are in hospitals, which is really cool because I guess they've done research, and kids that have video games to play. I'm laughing at Alex. Yeah, he's great. They respond better to treatment and stuff. So they do this every single year. And, yeah, they're just really cool.
And basically they play this game. For this particular year, they paid for 154 hours.
Yeah, it's a super, super boring game. All you do is drive a bus from Tucson, Arizona to Las Vegas, Nevada, back and forth. That's all you do. So they have people driving the bus, and you can talk to them in the chat and send them challenges. Say, oh, I'll give you $5 if you sing Carry On My Wayward Son from Supernatural, which is one of the things that I actually asked them to do, and they did. And they run challenges and auctions, and they do giveaways and raffles, in which case I actually won.
There was
one of the art contests.
One of the art giveaways that Rose actually participated in for Desert Bus.
Kathleen's art contest.
She actually won. So here's the page from Desert Bus. Once again, you see they raised a lot of money. But Rose submitted this to the art contest, and she actually won.
Yes.
So you were super excited about that.
Yes.
Because we were looking at
we were
looking at some of the art people, and we're like, okay, some of this art.
The art was some of it was mediocre. Most of it was just okay. So I was like, I want to participate. So Kathleen's challenge came up. It was on Monday night, and I was like, she was saying stuff that inspired me about her character, which is Pell, which is her D&D character. He's an elf, and he's snotty and snarky and rude and whatnot. And she was saying, yeah, Pell's rude. Rude and inconsiderate. If he's hurt in a battle or something, he'd just be like, healer. So I was like, I can draw him doing that. That'll be hilarious.
So you worked on that in the way.
I did it in 3 hours.
And this was also some of the other competition of other artists.
That was the runners up. That some of the stuff was really good, and it was she was showing all the other stuff, flipping through it, because she was showing it on driver cam, which is the cam that's close up, this view. And she was showing all this stuff, and I was like, oh, this stuff is really good.
And then here's
I'm probably not gonna win. And then she flipped back to mine, and I'm like, and she's like, but I have to give it to Rose Nightshade for the amazing coloring. And it was 1:30 in the morning, and everyone was asleep except me and my brother, and I just I think I blacked out for a second because I can't.
Yeah, I got like a text in the middle of the night
like,
saying that she won. She was all happy. So that's kind of cool. That's actually twice this year
really
that you've been kind of not recognized, I guess, from two people that you kind of enjoy the entertainment. Well, we and now Kathleen DeVere. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. I mean, Desert Bust's really cool to do every other year. And this time last year, I was talking to Rose about Loading Ready to Run and Desert Bust, and you really didn't have. You care less.
I didn't. Well, I didn't know who they all were. We had started watching their comedy videos and whatnot, so I was kind of like, whatever. But this year, I know who, like, absolutely all of the main crew and, like, some of their friends are and stuff, too. And it was just really amazing. Like, I've been watching every single day of Desert Bus with pretty much almost every spare minute.
It's really addicting to watch it.
It really, really is.
Okay, so moving on here. Other things that have gone on recently, just today, or yesterday, this weekend. Let's say this weekend. I know, somebody rambled on. It's okay. The new My Little Pony came out, and the new Doctor Who came out.
Both of them came out yesterday.
In which case, real quick, we'll talk about the Doctor Who, in which case we watched it the day of the Doctor, in which case we watched it, and I decided to like it so much, I made my own little animated GIF for Tumblr, and I put it up, and I think it's funny, and I'm going to let it loop here. It is kind of spoilers, but not really. You know Matt Smith, and I'm not going to play. I mean, you can hit play.
Because it's not the same.
I don't have any audio for it.
Fine. Because it's supposed to be a GIF, but you decided to do video.
And it's a lot easier to do video. In which case, we loved it. It was really good. The Doctor Who thing.
It was really good.
I know. I need to reverse it.
It was really good. It's fine. I know I point this way.
But now the whole Doctor sequence is messed up because now we have basically what people are calling the
number sequence. They call him the War Doctor. Yeah, I'm like, no, technically he's 9.
Because they actually reference, and again, spoilers, like the 13th Doctor, which we all know is going to be Malcolm
Capaldi.
from,
Peter Capaldi?
Malcolm Tucker from, think of it, that's
how
I
the actor's name?
I don't know.
It's something Capaldi.
I will eventually know.
I think it's Peter Capaldi.
So in which case, the War Doctor is a regeneration of the Doctor, so he should be numbered.
He should be in the numbers, and where he's at in the numbers would change the most recent 3 Doctors that we know of since 2005.
So he would be before
9, 10, and 11.
Which are now
10, 11, and 12.
But you can debate about that. But it was still a good episode. For just an hour, it was really good.
It was really good, yeah.
In which case, of course, watch it if you have any of our Doctor Who fans. And then the My Little Pony came out today, or the other day. Yesterday. It was 2 episodes. Doing good. It's better than, it gives them promise. The interesting thing about that and Doctor Who is, like, both seasons, or both series, are going to be more plot-driven. Of course, with My Little Pony, Twilight Sparkle's going to be looking for 6 keys, magical keys for whatever. Yeah. So that gives them purpose, not just slice of life episodes, which I imagine will be sprinkled in.
Yeah.
And then Doctor Who, I won't go into spoiling it too much, but he will definitely have a goal for the next season.
Which is going to be super.
So that's cool. Very good that way. Other things I want to talk about media-wise, I want to talk about Hey Ash, What You Playing, which I started to show Rose Hey Ash, What You're Playing and whatnot. And as we finished catching up with their catalog a couple weeks back, we find out that Ashley Birch and Anthony Birch
the 2 main
We're
people.
both in Tampa at ShadowCon. They were just around the corner.
That all my friends keep inviting me to, and I've never gone to. And they were there.
So we kind of missed out seeing them, which is cool because we like seeing the people that we entertain. We like knowing that we appreciate their work and whatnot. But we missed them. In which case, these guys are funny. If you haven't seen Hey Ash,
hilarious. If you've not seen Hey Ash, What You Playing, watch it.
It's
easy enough.
It's very video game referencey. I mean, you don't catch all of them, but it's still humor. It's still really well written.
Yeah,
Anthony Birch knows what he's doing. He's the guy. And my gaming friends out there, he wrote most of the 95% of Borderlands 2.
And they're really short too.
So
this video is only 2 minutes long, less than 2 minutes long, and it's hilarious. It's a Doctor Who video game.
It's a Doctor.
Reference.
It's a Doctor. She's actually wearing a Doctor Who t-shirt. I didn't notice
yeah,
that
she is.
right
Yeah, it's Frozen. And 11.
Yes, or however you want to quote it now. Real quick, what we're also going to do too. I'm just going to let this video play out because this is hilarious. I don't want to waste too much time just looking at this, but it's funny. Anywho, the things that have happened recently too is that the video game consoles have come out. In which case, the new PS4 and Xbox One has come out. In which case, I had to drop my PS4 pre-order.
He asks, "Am I still brown?" Stab me again.
The new systems came out. In which case, I had a PS4 pre-ordered because of the whole debacle, but because of the computer,
he ended up having to buy a computer.
I had to buy a computer, which is more important.
And you weren't.
And in retrospect, I mean, at this point in time, there hasn't been that much good. The exclusives, once again, here are the pictures. The exclusives for the new systems, and for me, I know, basically Dead Rising and Forza is more of a better exclusives for me to get an Xbox than the PS4, which has like Knack and what else? Killzone? Who cares? But you know, going forward, we'll see who wins. Both systems have issues right now from what people are reporting, so
yeah, but anyway,
I don't really regret not getting one, and my computer is more important.
Yeah, it really is.
Another thing we want to go over real quick, that's the video game consoles, and we just kind of wrap this up. We've been watching a bunch of movies, in which case we got a rapid fire through the current movies that we have seen, so let's go ahead and go through this real quick.
Random background image on here.
Well, I'll zoom in so they'll know we'll see it. That's how this new program should work. So I was hopefully zoom in so no one can see this. Crudes, very good. Nicolas Cage, it was cute.
If you got kids,
it's worth it.
Something to watch with.
After Earth,
it wanted to be hard sci-fi.
It wanted to be hard sci-fi, but it was
it failed.
And it's just you argue the logic of it so much.
It could have been really good. It was entertaining.
Yeah,
but it could have been better.
The Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods. Now this one will almost be bar none the best Dragon Ball Z movie you will see.
Yeah,
came out this year.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
DBZ was my first anime that I was super hardcore into in high school, and trust me, I've seen every single one of the DBZ movies, and that one was the best.
They're not gonna see that.
Why?
Because I'm zoomed in. Anywho, the next one is going to be Europa, because I wanted to see a good hard sci-fi.
Europa Report.
Europa Report is a good hard sci-fi movie.
It's fantastic.
Then you have Great Gatsby, which I was kind of about, but actually really good. I was pleasantly surprised by it.
It was really good, yeah.
Despicable Me 2, you know, it is what it is.
It was cute.
It was cute. Yeah. Superman, Man of Steel, oh god, better than I thought, because people have been slamming it, but still.
I thought it was better than everyone.
The Krypton parts were actually probably the most interesting. Like
you mean the Pandora part?
The Pandora part. In which case, like the front end of the movie, the front half of it, I was like, wow, the front half of this movie is really good. The rest is gonna suck.
Yeah.
And then World's End, which is kind of the end of the Simon Pegg
trilogy.
Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and Edgar Wright. You know, they did Space, they did Shaun of the Dead, and Hot Fuzz, and now at World's End. In which case, it's my favorite of those. Maybe not. Space is probably still up there. But movie-wise, I definitely enjoyed World's End. It's just really good. If you like those movies, definitely
If you like the other two movies by them, definitely see World's End, because it's really good.
And then, of course, we have Wolverine.
It was good. It was good. Way better than Wolverine Origins, which is just a shit pile of a movie.
Wolverine Origins, the video game is better.
No, Wolverine Origins was a shit pile of a movie.
Not as bad as... It was good. It was a good, solid movie. Nothing.
Wolverine was good.
And then... Just recently, we saw Percy Jackson in the Sea of Whatever Crap.
Don't waste your time.
It should be Sea Monster, because really there's only one sea monster.
There is technically only one sea monster.
In which case, I watched the first Percy Jackson movie, so I figured I have to watch this one, but like, God, these movies are for kids.
Yeah, like, you're just the source material is young adult, and you can tell in the movies. They didn't make any attempt.
But we knew what it was getting into it and whatnot. But
it was mediocre.
I mean, other than that, we have Thanksgiving coming up. I'll probably hopefully do a Thanksgiving video. But other than that, I've just been playing a lot of video games. Been over your place playing video games.
You always play video games.
I always play video games. It's what I do. In which case, right now, for anybody wondering, Assassin's Creed 4, I'll probably do my Game of the Year stuff, of course, but right now, that is... Thank you, phone. That is kind of going for my Game of the Year. But
set a timer to keep us on track.
As always, thank everybody for watching. I'm sorry it's kind of rambled on long, but that's what these are for. Hopefully this looks better. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys next time. Anything you want to add?
Desert Bus is awesome. It says, if you have not watched Loading Ready Run stuff, watch it. They're hilarious. Loading Ready Run.
Have a good night, or day, or week, or month.